It's May 10th. It's been a few weeks since I've posted anything on here on the car build. I've been getting parts in primer. These are the tail lights that I built. I had a video on those. Those are the housings, the rockers, the door handles, the upper grille trim piece, which will be body colored, the hybrid mirrors, which will be body colored. Finished all the dents and dings I knocked out and got this side in primer. I still got to put another coat of primer on it. This side here I've got taped off because I'm getting ready to shoot all this in black because I removed the stainless trim. On the top of the roof, I removed the channels trim pieces and filled the roof lines in. And here I'll put a black windshield epoxy to seal it in. Just trying to finish out the rest of the body on here. I've got to put another coat of primer on this. I've got the bumpers in primer and the lip spoiler in primer. And again on this side, same thing. I've got to tape this side up, fix a few spots in here, and then do this in a satin black. But I think the roof looks a lot better without the channel seals in it. It gives it a more finished look on the top. On the trim pieces, I did all these in a hot rod satin black. So you have your cowl, windshield wiper cowl, the engine cover cowl very front by the radiator, the two inner fender trim pieces left and right. Of course, the opening piece that opens in front of the cowl for the access to the wiper blades, arms I should say. I built these two spacers for the CL7 Euro R spoiler because when the spoiler is sitting on the trunk lid, the problem you run into is when it sits flush. Without them, when you shut the lid, the spoiler hits this right on the quarter panel. It'll literally smash the spoiler. There is no clearance at all. So I had to build spacers out of a piece of ABS. It was actually an old two-piece chin spoiler for like a Volkswagen GTI that I got off of Amazon that I was going to use on a different project car. Never used, so I cut these up, used a plastic welding knife and built these out of, they're just black ABS plastic, and I just shot them in hot rod black. So that'll give me the raised portion I need for the CL7 spoiler, which is the Euro R1. And I had to buy basic couplers because this is a metric thread. Could not get these at Home Depot or Lowe's because I had to build enough where I could have enough space for the spacer, the holes through the trunk lid, and then the bolts that go through the trunk lid, or screws. I've got a couple screws that go in there. And I'll probably put a piece of double-sided tape on there for a seal on the trunk to keep it from rubbing on the paint. Back over here to the pieces that I've painted. These are the 4 window sweeps, which are your stainless trim that goes around your window. Since I'm going satin black Euro R cars, the Euro R, I think the CL1 and CL7, all the window trim channel is black, so you can't get these in the US. So best thing to do, they're stainless, scuff them up, did an etching primer, 2K urethane, and 3 coats of the hot rod satin black. So when I pull the tape, the seals and everything will be nice in there. Since I have going to the 06 bumper and grill, there's the 06 grill. And this is the one I painted. This is I built this wire mesh background because I want to run the Euro R basically factory spoiler. That is a Honda part. And the way to mount that on the Euro R, it has basically like a checkerboard mesh that's molded in the plastic that mounts to. Since I didn't have that, I basically adapted it over to make it fit. That's the factory Honda badge. I just painted it bright red, base coat, clear coat. So I think it will stand out pretty good with the upper trim piece once it's body colored. Outside of that, I'll just keep doing some more finish work on it. I haven't put any of the back end in primer yet. The roof, this quarter panel, these doors still need a good coat of primer, probably 2. Back side of the trunk. I started scuffing the inside door areas. area to make it so it'll be adhesive. The primer will adhere. So working on that. Still got to do under the hood and in the trunk lid. And those I'll probably shoot those, and I'll probably do the cut in on those before I do the full paint job on the car. I was originally going to go with the Spoon Sports, the blue and the yellow, but due to the time, because of the time to use the curing for the yellow, because I'm doing the Phoenix yellow, which is the Acura Type R yellow, and then the Spoon, which is a close color I have to the blue, because of the graphic layout on the door and on here between the flash times of the single state of the base coat. I worry about the tape I put down peeling or having a hard line on there when you go to lay the clear down. So I'm choosing just to shoot the whole car in Phoenix yellow then. But I'm gonna have I have a Spoon Sports windshield banner that goes up here on the. I've got a couple of Spoon things that'll go on it, and I think the car will look pretty good with the wheels I've got set up. The white painted 2019 Honda Sport Accord wheels, which I've got painted white with the red badges I painted too. And I've got the FRS seats down here, which we basically welded up the brackets onto. So I have the full 2014 FRS seats. We basically cut the tabs off of the Honda Accord seats, did our measurements left to right, front to back, and temporarily put them in the car to see what they look like. I'll do a little adjustment on them with a screwdriver to align them to the hole, just to play around with them before I permanently mount them after the car is put back together again. They're nice looking seats. Got a great deal on them. And me and my buddy did all the work. He brought his welder over and we knocked it out. So they'll be adapting into the Honda Accord. The good thing about the 03s is you don't have the airbag in the seat. You just have the seatbelt sensor for the airbag. So it makes it a lot easier putting other seats in there and not affecting the airbag light. But it's coming along. Some of the interior panels, I moved some stuff around the other day, so I've moved some things around here, stripping stuff. Those are the tail light, actual housing lights that'll go inside the new lenses. But we're coming along here. Hopefully I can get this thing sorted out in the next couple of weeks and get a coat of paint on it. And then I've got to get a friend of mine over here to help me do the suspension, which is going to probably take the longest to do, at least a couple days, because we have so many suspension components over here I've got to do. I still got to order the ball joints, which from the heel and toe, which are the Seki, whatever the number they call them. They're supposed to be the better ball joints for the Hondas. I've got the Moog upper and lower control arms fully loaded, other than the ball joints. I've got iBox Pro Kit, new CV axles, KYB struts. I've got all the upper and lower, the tie rod ends, the end links. I've got the heel toe, front and rear Acura. I guess it's the TL Type S 6-speed. I've got the sway bars and the end links, which are I think the larger 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter. The good end links, not the Honda end links. These are the good ones. And I've been kind of baffling. I'm trying to get power out to my shop. I've got some temporary light out here now with some extension cords. I've got to get power outside on my pad so I can get my lift put in, because the lift is ready. I just haven't installed it yet. But that's pretty much where I'm at. And yeah, see, there's the gray pipe for the front of the conduit under the ground, and then the gray pipe for inside the walls. And been getting some pieces and parts together for the electrical. Got a couple brand new power panels too. So when I get done, I'll probably put some parts online to get rid of them, sell them. I got fog lights I'm not going to use, brand new ones. I've got some extra headlights, brand new, I'm not going to use. I'm going with the JDM yellows. So, alrighty, I'll give another update again here soon. Alright, you guys have a good one.